Many of us seek to build something profound within ourselves, the sanctuary of faith. But how do you erect such a vital structure in the heart? It's believed that this edifice doesn't happen without a genuine surrender to work, seeing in it the beauty and superiority that life offers us. However, it's crucial to understand that this divine construction isn't built solely with eloquent speech, intellectual sophistication, or even the depth of contemplation. It's not about cold calculations or pure mental genius. In fact, history shows us that intellect by itself can generate figures of tyranny and destruction. And the most admirable theoreticians are often just showcases of brilliant, empty words. There's an invitation for us to go beyond what we think or say and immerse ourselves in what we do. What truly sustains faith? Stay with us to unravel this truth that transcends intellect and reveals itself in action. We observe, for instance, that many who claim to worship the divine often surrender to inaction, justifying it as a way to honor celestial glory. And it's not uncommon to see brilliant minds capable of the most complex calculations transform into symbols of cunning and inferior exploitation. This passage alerts us to a subtle danger, the disconnection between intellect, eloquence, contemplation, and practical action. It's not enough to believe, to understand, to praise. The true essence of faith manifests when ideas and beliefs translate into concrete acts. We're being invited to question whether our faith is just a concept in our mind or a driving force that propels us to act virtuously in the world. Discover why faith, without action, can be as empty as words without substance. So, what's the path? The true foundation for faith, serenity, and spiritual growth lies in the love for the work that eternal wisdom has entrusted to us. Wherever we are, in whatever role, we're called to embrace it with dedication and to seek continuous improvement, day by day. It's in this ongoing effort, in this pursuit of excellence in our tasks, that we find a path to a deeper understanding of life and to the development of essential qualities like trust, serenity, and spiritual enlightenment. We'll explore how this perspective can transform the way we view our responsibilities and how work can become a vehicle for connection with something greater. Think about the creative process. To penetrate the secrets of statuary, the sculptor must repeat chisel strokes millions of times. For the potter to produce the vessel they'll be proud of in their well-fulfilled mission, they linger infinitely in contact with the clay. For the carpenter to display pieces that will enrich human comfort, they will recapitulate the refinement of the raw log in 1,000 ways. These examples illustrate the importance of persistence and dedication in the learning and achievement process. Just as the sculptor, potter, and carpenter hone their skills through repetition and constant engagement with their work, our faith also strengthens and deepens through the consistent practice of good and our involvement in life's tasks. We'll analyze how perseverance in our efforts, even in the face of difficulties, is fundamental to building a solid faith and achieving our goals. Therefore, don't lament if faith doesn't yet fully color your reason. Instead, devote yourself to small sacrifices within the sphere of your daily obligations. Put others first. Yield a little of yourself. Practice kindness. Ignite optimism wherever you go. Plant gentleness around your dreams. Move within the ideal of sublimation you've chosen for your destiny. Learn to repeat so that you may perfect yourself. The text offers us a practical path to developing faith, dedication to small sacrifices and daily acts of kindness. We don't need to seek grand deeds or extraordinary experiences to strengthen our faith. On the contrary, it's in the exercise of humility, generosity, optimism, and kindness in our daily interactions that faith begins to flourish in our hearts. We will investigate how these small attitudes, repeated with intention and love, can generate a profound transformation in our lives and bring us closer to a more intimate understanding of spirituality. It's not worth endlessly gazing at the stars, cursing the darkness that still surrounds us. Let's light the humble candle of our goodwill on the ground of our individual poverty, so that earthly shadows may diminish and the solar splendor will tune in with our simple flame. The insignificant outlet is the reflector of the power plant, when connected to its powerful standards of force. Let's confess Jesus in our hourly acts, renewing ourselves with him, advancing happily on his path of renunciation, helping everyone, and serving evermore in his name. And unexpectedly, we will recognize our soul flooded with unspeakable joy and silent light. This is because the work of communion with the Master will have accomplished his glorious work in us, and perfect and divine faith as an inalienable treasure will shine with us, definitively incorporated into our life and our heart. The final message is one of hope and action. Instead of getting lost in laments about difficulties, we are called to light the small flame of our goodwill through work and service to others. Even our humblest actions, when connected to a greater purpose and performed with love, have the power to transform our reality and connect us with a divine light. We will conclude by reflecting on how we can apply these principles in our daily lives, allowing faith to become a constant beacon on our journey. We've reflected on building faith through work, daily action, and small sacrifices. We've seen that true wisdom doesn't just lie in intellect or abstract contemplation, but in constant practice and dedication to our obligations. This message, though initially presented in a specific context, deeply resonates with the teachings of the great masters of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that transcends cultural and religious boundaries. Consider Seneca, who in his letters urged us toward virtuous action and self-mastery, recognizing that true freedom stems from our internal choices and the effort to refine our character, not from wealth or pure intellect. He would tell us that building the sanctuary of faith in the heart is, in fact, the construction of our inner fortress, forged in the daily effort to live with wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, in his Meditations, echoes the idea that work, even the simplest, is our duty and our opportunity to contribute to the common good, regardless of circumstances. He encouraged us not to complain about the darkness, but to light our own lamp, the humble candle of goodwill on our own ground, transforming the world around us through our actions. For Marcus Aurelius, persistence in the chisel blows of daily life is the path to sculpting one's soul. And Epictetus, the former slave, whose life was a testament to the strength born from recognizing what's within our control, our choices, our attitudes, and our work in becoming better people. He taught us that virtue isn't theoretical, but an incessant practice, a learning to repeat so that you may perfect yourself, just as the carpenter refines the raw log. The perfect and divine faith he sought wasn't blind belief, but an unwavering conviction in reason and virtue manifested in every act. The essence of what we've discussed isn't about faith in a dogmatic sense, but about the unshakable confidence that arises when we align our thoughts with our actions, when we embrace work with purpose, and persist in the pursuit of self-improvement. It's the understanding that every small sacrifice, every act of kindness, every dedicated effort are the chisel blows that shape our soul and illuminate our path. If you've resonated with this pursuit of a more fulfilling life, with purpose and serenity, regardless of your beliefs, we invite you to join this community. Give us a like if this video brought you a new reflection, and subscribe to the channel so we can continue exploring these powerful philosophies together and share these transformative messages with even more people. Your action today can light a new path for someone.